Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that. She messing with the motion. My daughter's got that song singing right here. Big Boss K-Pop Top Box, first boss of medical. I'm telling you, don't lie. Good people do. And love yourself. Call them with the fire, let me be mad at peak game, man. The first one was one. I ain't that boy feeling sick, man. My daughter's sick. Now I'm feeling sick. You know what I mean? But, let's talk boxing, man. You know what I mean? Jay Will been on one, man. He been commenting on all my videos. You know, asking me to watch the Terrence Crawford Canelo fight. Watch it, Boss Hogg. Watch the fight. Why don't you watch it? Why are you not watching it? It's legendary. How are you gonna watch that fight? How you not gonna watch that fight? But you watched Jermell Charlo versus Canelo, huh? Why did you boycott that fight? What is your problem? What is your deal? Huh? So you can watch Charlo versus Canelo, but you can't watch Canelo versus Crawford. Blah 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 blah. I told you I'm not watching that fight, and that fight is the reason why this fight is happening. But you're trying to change this narrative and steer it away from Canelo, right? Canelo is the reason why this bull crap is happening, right? It's his fault. He should have fought David Benavidez, and that's something that you saw I've been consistent with since that fight. I said he needs to fight David Benavidez, right? Now, one thing I will say is this: I did watch that fight, and I'm talking about Jermell Charlo versus Canelo, right? I did watch that fight, right? I did say I didn't like the fight, but I watched it, right? Because I said it's pointless, right? Now, granted, they both were at the same weight class at one point. That was a fight that we wanted to see at one point when they were at the same weight class. But Jermell Charlo stayed at 154. Canelo moved up. Jermell Charlo moved up, right? And he was a mandatory for Canelo Alvarez at 160. But you know how that went. Canelo Alvarez did Jermell Charlo, right? Didn't give him no opportunity. Neither did Triple G, right? Now, Mel, right? He got his opportunity, right? And they pushed that undisputed versus undisputed type of stuff, right? And went nowhere. Okay, there was no upside for Jermell Charlo, right? I mean, he lost the fight, and you know how he lost. People, his stock kind of plummeted because of how he lost, right? Okay, so it was just a pointless fight. It looked like a money grab. That's what it looked like, right? Just like Crawford versus Canelo is a money grab. It's just Canelo, who was trying to finesse the system, got finessed. That's what it boils down to. So we're not going to sit here and paint this narrative that, oh, I don't want to watch the fight because it's Crawford. No. I didn't want to watch the fight because I'm tired of fights like this happening and y'all being dumb enough to support it, right? That's what it is. The only reason why you watch the fight is because Terrence Crawford's involved. I don't care who's involved. I don't care if it's Errol Spence versus Canelo. I'm not watching it, bro. Okay? I don't care if it was Kell Brook versus Canelo. I don't care if it was Amir Khan versus Canelo, which that happened. But I don't care if it was Keith Thurman versus Canelo. I'm not watching it. I'm not supporting foolishness no more in boxing. And that's what's wrong with boxing. You support foolishness, they gonna keep putting on foolishness. You don't support it, you don't watch it, we get what we want. We the reasons why these fighters are where they are. They can't get nowhere. They can't get to that top level without us watching the fights. That's just what it boils down to. You don't watch the fights, they don't get to that level. Or if they on that level, they plummet. Why? And I'll tell you why. I'm cooking in hot grease right now. The reason why they plummet is this. Because of the fact that they need fight fans to basically generate more money. They need people to come out and support the fights and watch the fights in order for them to get these mega paydays. So if their numbers aren't accumulative to what they trying to, if it's not matching what they want, right, for certain fights, they're not going to get that. Right? And that's just real talk. But y'all keep supporting foolishness, right? The only reason why y'all watch this fight is because Terence Crawford involved. If Terence Crawford wasn't involved, you wouldn't be watching it. All right? I'm no longer supporting foolishness. I'm sorry. I'm tired of it. So you're not going to see me sit here and if Terence Crawford come back and be like, oh, I want to fight Logan Paul. I'm not watching it, bro. I'm sorry. I can't support that, bro. That's not boxing to me. I'm a pure boxing here. I support boxing. I'm tired of the foolishness of boxing. So I'm not supporting it. I'm not talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, you notice, I made a couple of videos talking about Tank and Jake Paul, but I ain't really going all in and heavily invested into that fight. I don't care about the fight. I don't want to see the fight, right? I'm not watching it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. These fighters are getting beside themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah, they putting their lives on the line by getting in that ring, but at the same time, it's like, you putting your life on the line, but you still want me to support you, and I can't do that if you're not fighting the fights that I want you to fight. It has to be, it has to be, like something worth my while. I'm not gonna sit out here and invest all this money and, ain't even a lot of money. Pay-per-views like 70, 80 bucks. So, but still, you paying 70, 80 bucks for the pay-per-view, right? If you go to the fight, you're gonna spend maybe a fee. And I'm just talking about for the whole weekend. I'm not talking about, just to go to the fight. I mean, yeah, you might spend a fee going, depending on where you sit at. But if you're in the nosebleeds, man, you're gonna spend like a fee, maybe even more that whole weekend. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, is just like, bro, I'm not supporting that, bro. You know what I mean? Jay Will, I know you trying to make, you trying to make a point. Oh, you hate Terence Crawford. That's why you didn't watch the fight. You hate him. I don't have a problem with Terence Crawford. I just told you, like, I'm not supporting foolishness. You get mad at your mama, not me. I'm not supporting foolishness. That's what it boils down to, right? I don't care. I'm not doing that no more, bro. I'm not supporting no foolishness no more. I don't understand, if you're a fan of boxing, why would you support foolishness? If you're genuinely a fan of boxing, if you love the sport, why would you support that? Right? That's the question I have for y'all butt booty wars. You know what I'm saying? Why would you support something that doesn't help boxing? How did that fight help boxing? It didn't do nothing for boxing. It was just, it helped Terence Crawford. Did nothing for Canelo. What did Canelo have to lose? Well, Canelo lost everything, but what did Canelo have to gain? Excuse me. Let me say that. He had nothing to gain. He lost. Now look at him. Now that he lost to Terence Crawford, everybody feel like he can't beat nobody. They like, man, Canelo can't whoop nobody. You know what I mean? That's what it boils down to. All you gotta do is read the comments. Read the comments. Listen to people are saying. You got some people saying, oh, he needed another coach. You got some people saying he's washed, he's done. I'm the ringleader in that. I think he's washed. So it's a lot of that going on, bro. Nah, I've been saying he was washed. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't because of this fight. I've been saying, but it was over with. That's real talk. You can go watch all my videos. You'll see that, oh man, this dude right here, man, he pretty consistent. But I'm very consistent in what I say. You know what I'm saying? But people want to try to paint narratives, and they want to try to come off as like, oh man, I caught you. You ain't catch me in nothing. You ain't catch me in nothing. You know what I mean? You can paint whatever narrative you want. I'm gonna continue to speak the truth in boxing. Like I said, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I gotta talk to y'all like my kids. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. That's what it boils down to. I'm not here to look for, any type of backing and all that. Boss Hogg been doing this one deep for a long time, so it ain't an issue. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying at the end of the day is that make sure you understand who you're dealing with. All right? I really could have just went ham and cooked and body and did all that, but I don't feel like it. You know, because there's no need to. You know, I'm getting older, man. I'm getting to that age where it's like, man, I don't even care. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's just like past couple of months, man, I've just been a shift. Like, I don't even care, man. You know, like I'm in the single digits of almost to 40. So it's just like, I don't care, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't care. You know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You could think whatever, you know what I'm saying? People who really know boxing and know what I'm talking about, they understand this. They understand that I speak the truth in boxing, right? You notice when I go on other people's channel and I get on these panels, a lot of people don't have a lot of pushback to what I'm saying, right? Because they can't debunk nothing that I'm saying, right? So they got to spin off and go other narratives. Just like I'm talking boxing on my video and they bring up Errol. I'm like, that's their go-to. Oh, Errol? It's like, what does Errol Spence got to do with this video, bro? Well, Errol? It's like, oh, okay. So, you that gullible to try to win an argument that you had to bring up Errol Spence in order to solidify your argument. Hey, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna help you, but hey, it is what it is. All I'm saying at the end of the day, keep it 1,000, is that as pertains to the boss, the OG Hogg, man. A lot of y'all need to have y'all ducks in a row when you messing with the OG. That's all I gotta say, man. Y'all have a blessed day, you know. And Jay Will, you saw I need to call that mental health hotline. I need to call it because I need to check on you, man. You know what I mean? You already admitted in there. You already in there. You know what I'm saying? but nah, all jokes aside, man. It's all good, bro. You know what I mean? We spitballing, we talking that talk. But understand, man, like, when it comes to the OG, Big Boss, K-Po, understand. You keep poking the bear, body bag, toe tag. I'm gone.